Hey everyone, welcome to this week's market update. So the news from last week was all around the RBA, which left interest rates on hold at 0.75%. I tipped that it might have had a decrease, but it's on hold, so that's the way it is. Didn't get that right, but we'll see. The actual RBA Governor, Philip Lowe, has warned that they'll continue to watch borrowing as they're worried about if they make more cuts, they could inflate the asset price bubbles in certain sectors, especially in housing. So they're worried that by doing a reduction, it's going to overstimulate the increases in the market, which will create other issues. So in the data release this week, SQM reported that the Brisbane property listings increased by 3.2% for January month on month, so from December to January. So what we find normally is January traditionally sees a small fall in listings. So what this indicates at a small level is that it's shown a positive start to the new year. What we think is causing this is there is some vendors that are looking at responding to the strong buyer activity in the market, because we are, like I've said in previous weeks, seeing a lot more buyer activity. So whilst the data is positive, what we're seeing year on year is that the listings are still back about 6%. So last year was actually one of our worst years for about 10 to 15% on turnover. And we're seeing a 6% downturn year on year at the moment. So it's actually worsened a little bit in terms of the stock. So we're actually seeing this at the local level. This year we haven't seen as much stock come to the market as we normally would traditionally see in January. We're thinking that there's a combination of things going on there. We're thinking that maybe some of the sellers are thinking that we're going to see some increases in prices, like above and beyond what we've already seen. And then the other thing that we're thinking that it could be is that some of the sellers are thinking that maybe they're just apprehensive about the fact that the levels of stock are low, so that they're worried about what they're going to move into next and how that looks for them if they did decide to come to the market now. In addition to that, what I would say is that the sentiment that we're finding from sellers at the moment hasn't changed much from last year. So even though they know there's some good things happening and some good price outcomes in the market, there's still a lot of apprehension around them actually coming to the market right now. So I think there's still a lack of confidence maybe in the decision, not necessarily in what the market's doing. There could be some owners that we're seeing that are just waiting to see what happens. So they're just pausing and watching and waiting. That's it for me this week. I hope you enjoyed it.